Alrighty, guys, it is Dr. Mo. It is Tuesday at 2-ish, 2:20, 2:21. So we are live on TikTok. Linda is here, was here, is here. I don't know. She popped in, popped out. Okay, so we are live on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Can't go live on Facebook right now, and that is okay with me. I don't know why on Restream I look green, so I'm hoping I don't on YouTube. I don't know how to fix that because maybe it's my monitor. Could be. That'd be great. Anyhow, um, let's go ahead. Let's make sure we are live on Instagram. There we go. Now we are live on Instagram. All right, I got all the chats up. I got everything up here. So my title of the live today is Health Freedom, anyone? Why? Because health freedom for you is not the same as health freedom for me. If you're wondering who I am Dr. Mo. Hi, Tara. Thank you, because I can talk to you all day because I do. So welcome everybody. Hey, look at that. I have more engagement on Instagram than I have on TikTok, which is a yes. Now Linda's here. It's a party, which is crazy. So, which is okay. It's actually what I'm going for. My primary channels will be Instagram and YouTube. So what am I going to do? I'm going to give it all away for free. I am. Everything I've learned over the past 30 years. Tara, it is TikTok Tuesday. I say that because I'm live on TikTok and Instagram. I'll show you guys. Ready for the infinite loop here? This is me going live on TikTok because I can't go live on TikTok. I wasn't special. I didn't get a stream key. So I set this whole thing up because it's easier to do it this way. So, but you guys kind of wonder why, you may wonder why I talk about health freedom, because it's not about the weight, guys. So a lot of my people are on GLP-1s or, for various reasons. And I actually saw a post this morning, as long as I'm on a soapbox for just a second. I saw a post by Dr. Jenna, and she's big in the space. TikTok does not show me live right now. Hold on, I got 2 people here. Now we got 3. Check again. Linda, check for me. Which is crazy because I'm like, we're here. So freaking weird. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're mad at me. It happens. But I saw a post by Dr. Jenna where she'll tell a patient, I'm thinking of starting you in, get you in a GLP-1. This is why. This is, what we're looking for, metabolic repair. This is that. And then they go to a different doctor, and the different doctor tells them, oh no, their risk factors are this, and this. You shouldn't do this. So, and the risk factor was like totally unfounded, as an aside. So anyhow, and it's not someone who prescribes GLP-1s. They don't know anything about it. They're literally going on what they saw in the media, which is not ideal. So, okay, good. All right, Linda's, all right, good. I'm like, Linda's checking back and forth. But the interesting thing that she said, that Dr. Jenna said on this post, was that it's not the diabetic patients on GLP-1s that are told this. Why? Hold on, my title's weird. It is only the ones, guess what, who are overweight. Now, I don't even like calling it obesity bias. Health, freedom, health. How many E's would you guys like in freedom? Anyone? Okay, that's better. That's better. Now my details are good. I like the word, I like weight bias better. I don't like obesity bias. I like weight bias because people will ask me, well, why are you on a GLP-1? You're thin. Oh, if you guys know me, if you don't know me, I am Dr. Mo, and I am down 55 pounds. I'm actually I'm working on gaining a little bit of weight right now. The good kind, though, the non-inflammatory muscle kind. And I don't like talking about obesity bias because I don't care who you are. You don't have any right to tell me. Now, you don't have any right to tell me what I should and should be doing with my doctor, right? Like with my healthcare providers, with my team. If I'm on a GLP-1, and I have people that are super lean on GLP-1s, and you're like, well, they're using it incorrectly. No, they're not. It has a 20% reduction in all-cause mortality. And I don't know about you guys, but I want to spend more time with my family. So I like all-cause mortality reduction. Anyway, the media just screwed us over. So what am I doing? I'm trying to be loud on media, louder than the naysayers. because I founded a practice called AMS Lifestyle Medicine. That's my little three guys up here. And why are they here? Because this is a finish line. And you know what? You don't get to that finish line alone. You need a team. So that's why I do what I do. If you're interested in learning more about our practice, go to amslifestylemed.com. Check us out. We're nationwide. We do a lot of GLP-1 stuff. I'll tell you what I'm on. I take tirzepatide. I've taken tirzepatide except for my colonoscopy week since July 4th, 2022. Lost 50 pounds, lost way more than the weight, and gained a shit ton of life. Oh, nice. Hold on. Growing business, trying to grow on TikTok. Batter up, fast pitch. Let's talk. Good. Come one, come all. You're active. Come into my circle. I was an athletic trainer for a long, long time. Come into my circle. Promote yourself. Okay, not spammy though, but you know what I mean. Put your stuff up there. Tell me what you do. Yes, because there are three things I work on: health, time, and income freedom. Here's the kicker, right? What can you make more of? You can always make more money, right? Believe it or not, you can always make more money. You can't make any more time. You can buy it back though. And it's real hard to get back your health once you screw it up. Ask me how I know, right? It's real hard. And the people that are at the end, the dire end of that, like I always talk about my grandma. When I watched her decline, we had been on her ass for a long time to get up and move more, right? I get it, eat less, move more, but it really is important to move more. And she didn't. And sarcopenic obesity is real. What does that mean? It means that she was like just typical grandma size, right? She's a little heavy, but underneath she did not have enough muscle to actually support that body weight. She would fall down when she stood up out of a chair. And it was horrific to watch her decline, and I'll tell you, when she said to me, honey, my legs used to be so pretty. And there were these swollen mess, just not her, and just when she said that, it broke my heart. And I think a lot about that. And, my grandfather died in 2005. So 20 years ago this year. And he did not linger, but his were metabolic. His diseases were metabolic. And it's just, if I can help one person instead of doing emergency medicine. So I am a real doctor, by the way. If you see the Dr. Mo, I didn't make it up. I went from doing emergency medicine, right? Which is really, I love emergency medicine. Let's be serious. And right, caring for people on their worst day to trying to help them have their best day. I moved to the front. Hi, Kathy. I moved to the front of the class, right? Instead of picking people up at the end, here I am trying to work upstream and have people change things. So I'm emergency medicine board certified, obesity medicine board certified. Next year is the lifestyle medicine board certification. So this book that comes out, it will say dual board certified because I am. So anyhow, if you're asking what I'm drinking, it is kombucha. I have one every day. Try to repair my gut microbiome that I abused the living hell out of for decades. We were talking about that this morning. We have Founders Walk in the Woodlands, Texas. So if you're in the Woodlands or around the Woodlands, there's a Founders Walk that Michaela from, I can't remember her company's name now. Shoot, it's on my Instagram stories. But she organizes it, and I went out this morning. So now Tuesday at 7:30, this is what I do. This is the Founders Walk. So anyhow, because what did I found? This is my medical practice, AMS Lifestyle Medicine. We do lots and lots of GLP-1s. Somebody called it GLP-1s in a book I was listening to. I'm like, it would have been cute if we did it from the beginning, but I can't call it GLPs. It's kind of cute though. Maybe it would get me around the algorithm if I did that, because we're getting a lot of crap for weight loss. I actually did a video that I got flagged on some platform. I can't remember, probably TikTok. And it was because I was promoting unhealthy weight loss. So let's be serious. If anyone on friggin' social media is against unhealthy weight loss, I'm not happy with the way I lost it. I lost it too quickly. So if you're starting on a GLP-1, let's start at the beginning. You're just starting. You're like, well, I don't know what to do first. Shoot, I got a question today. Let's answer this one. How much protein do I need when I first start? Well, okay, how about if you're not on a GLP-1? How about if you just want to be healthy? Because guess what? The same principles apply. The only difference is sometimes you can't eat as much volume wise on a GLP-1, right? So if you've had bariatric surgery or you're on a GLP-1, it's all the same. These are health principles, guys. That's why it's health freedom. That's why I talk about health freedom. I don't talk about GLP-1s and weight loss. I mean, I do, but that's not all we are. We are a medical practice built on decades of nutrition coaching, sport coaching, Disney movie watching. That's part of it too. That's my quirky thing. That's the quirky thing that I like. Um, anyone else going to see Tron this week, by the way, while I'm here? I am dragging my family with me. So how much protein do you need? How much is dangerous? 120 grams for me is where I think that's what I'm sitting at. I just redid my macros this morning because I upped my calories by 10% because I'm reverse dieting. I'm working on putting on a little bit of muscle here, but I have to be careful because if I hit, so I'm a volume eater by trade. I have a long history of overeating. I'm trying to not get myself flagged on the platforms, and I'm not talking to Thanksgiving, guys. Like, so this is a thing. So I have to be careful when I reverse diet to not go off the rails. Like, right, I have like two modes, and I have a long disordered history. So I have to be very careful with moderation and work on timing and work on nurturing my body with what it needs. And this is not intuitive eating. I do not intuitive eat. If you can, more power to you. I cannot. So that's not, it's not something I can do. I will intuitively eat a lot of cookie dough. My body and brain will convince me that this is really what I need. So anyhow, ask your questions in the comments. I want to see if I got any on YouTube. I don't want to miss any. YouTube is usually where the trolls come out, which is actually, I had one who came back because we helped them. That's the fun part. We go live and then we help them, which is even better. So, Susan, I didn't see you. I had to, I don't know what was the what to, Susan. I missed it because I wasn't scrolling the comments. Darnell. Welcome. All right. Now it's a party. I don't know why it didn't scroll automatically. Do I have to scroll this thing manually? Whatever. Like I need that. So what was I talking about? Protein, 1 gram per pound of body weight. Now, if you're 200 pounds overweight, don't eat 1 gram per pound. Okay. Why? Calorie is king. Number one, we need to balance energy expenditure with protein intake. If I'm going to tell you to eat 200 grams of protein, and that's 800 calories, and you're going to need to get your calories down to 1200. And yes, it is possible that you need to get it down to 1200. Okay. If you want to fight with me, I'm all for it. I'm here for it. Oh, my trolls. Oh, Jesus. You should see them. Holy shit. It's kind of funny. Hey, you'll hear when they come out. Hold on. I got a question. Do I have the separate membership fee or is included with meds? So funny you mentioned that because our entire model changed. So what we did before, which you guys are like, I don't give a shit what you did before. I only care what you did. Oh, thank you. I got a hat on TikTok. We had a monthly membership fee and then we did meds on top. We don't do that anymore. We decreased our prices and you only pay for what you get. So and you get a lot more. If you've ever been a patient with me, you're part of the family. Sorry, you're stuck. It's like being in my family of origin, right? Sorry, you're stuck here. So, for example, if you're going to start on tirzepatide, it's $300. It includes, and that's our current pricing. Pharmacies reserve the right. I don't do pharmacy pricing, but we bundle it in now and we lowered our fees because now we don't charge you for both separately, so we can lower them a little bit. So it's $300 a month, and that includes medical care. It includes our group chat, our AMS group chat, which is a non-HIPAA compliant community space. Anyone can go to our group on Facebook. It's at amspublicgroup.com. So anyone here can go there. So yeah. And like, so yeah, we do not. Now it's only like if you get NAD. Now, here's the thing. The FDA had ruled a couple years ago that you can only have 5 punctures. It's 4 weeks, 5 punctures, 28 days in a vial. So when we prescribe it, are required to prescribe it for close to those 28 days. Okay. Because we have to. Um, but no longer do we make you pay those back fees if you weren't paying. Our community and educational resources at AMS are still meant to be mandatory. They're not meant to be optional because you will succeed better with community, right? That's why I'm out here. On the flip side, I'm also going to offer every bit of nutrition advice. And yes, I'm a doctor. And a lot of doctors don't want to do this because they're like, well, people could sue you. Yeah, they can. They can sue me anyway. I'm going to give you as much as I can because I have so much information in this brain and it never stops. So I might as well put it out there. I'm actually today reviewing my book. I have a book coming out in November. It is called Freedom to Shift, a proven path to stop trading time, start creating freedom, and shape what's next. In contrast to Dan Martell's book of Buy Back Your Time, which is right there, mine is made for overloaded high achievers. Not that Dan's not a high achiever, but a lot of his stuff is geared toward entrepreneurs. Well, I find myself I was coaching doctors, and then I had so many other people come in and say, "I'm not a doctor, like, I'm in finance, but your stuff really resonates with me." So I actually changed the focus of the book to broaden it. And so my coaching is yes, I'm so excited, Susan. I just got the first draft back today from the formatters. And so we're in formatting and cover stage right now. Like I'm right there. It's like scary, super scary. But I broadened it to include overloaded high achievers because we all suffer from the same thing, right? It doesn't matter your profession. So, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Living Best Life said, yes, RN for the last 28 years and burned out, need a new path. This book is for you. And it's just, there's so many of us out there. And I kind of got tired of focusing on doctors because I was trying to convince them to change. As a nurse, you get that. Mm. Can I pin the title of my book? Yes. I'll do that while I'm talking about B12 shots. I'll do it on TikTok first. Maybe I can. Why can't I comment? Why can't I comment on my own video? Maybe I can't. Okay. Oh, hold on. I just invited somebody to go on TikTok by mistake. We'll see what happens. Hey, Mike, thanks for the follow. So share this, like, and oh, shoot, Linda, say the things. Say the things, like and follow. So if you go, right, Siri shoots. If you go to shiftbooklaunch.com. Hi, Tanisha. I'm going to put it on Instagram and YouTube. It is shiftbooklaunch.com. You can get on my book launch team. What does that mean? Number one, it's free. Okay. Somebody asked me, well, how much does it cost to get on your team? And I was like, it's free. Click the link and go there. Like I told you, I'm giving my shit away for free. Like, were you not listening? Anyway, but it's free. And you'll get a free PDF copy of the book, ebook, before you get it. So you get a copy of the ebook, like as soon as I have it. You know why? Because I want you to read it. If you don't like it, please don't leave me a review. I'm going for bestseller status on Amazon. But if you do like it, leave me a review. Hold on. Speaking of review, there's my e-review. I have an appointment at 3, so we'll see. All right, shiftbooklaunch.com. There it is. It just went out on YouTube and yes, you are, Susan. I did see that. We need to start doing now we're going to start doing Oh, thank you. Linda did it. Yay. And actually, you can go to shiftwithdrmo.com and that'll get you everywhere. I should probably do that one. Shouldn't I? I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I do that one? Because it's easier. Because that way, if you want, I know this is me. This is me, Susan. This is what I do. I'm like, what do you guys think? I'll tell you, I got knocked off my axis today about the book because they sent me back the draft. I am so grateful. My book coach said, do not use a human editor this time because I did it with my first book right there. And it came back to me and my content. So I had a format or not a format editor, like a grammatical editor. And then I had a content editor. The content editor sent it back. And my first editor was like, back when we used humans, she was like, what did she do to your book? I'm like, I know. And I was devastated because she removed my voice. So even today, now they don't touch your manuscript anymore. Like I work with selfpublishing.com, Chandler Bolt's company. And So they don't touch your manuscript. It has to be done. But they sent me back even my author bio and my book description. And I was like, this is really boring. This sounds like it was AI written and is going on LinkedIn. If you know anything about me, do I look like I'm broadcasting on LinkedIn? No, I don't like LinkedIn. Now, I probably I mean, I still post on LinkedIn and stuff because I actually got a patient this week from LinkedIn. And more importantly, it was an old friend who reconnected. So I can help her, it's super cool. Anyway, but shiftwithdrmo.com will get you to all of the things that I do. So if you want to work with me in any way, shape, or form, go to shiftwithdrmo.com. It'll get you to the practice. And you're like, listen, I just need a GLP-1 prescription. Oh, hi, Tanisha. Did I say that before? Did I miss? I might have. I think I got distracted. B12. Hold on. Yes, I definitely got distracted. This is how I roll. This is like a long run with me, by the way. If you go on long runs, this is what we do. Just ask Lori. B12. So, a couple things. B12 can be toxic at high doses. So, the emergency medicine doctor comes out in me real easy. First, do no harm, then figure out where you want to go. Now, I want people to look at actually vitamin D first a lot. Now, you wouldn't get a vitamin D injection because it's very well absorbed orally. However, vitamin B12, a lot of people do B12 shots. Some of the, if you're doing custom dosing through compound tirzepatide or semaglutide, some of them put in B12 because back in the day, a whole year ago, they had to do that to avoid patent stuff, whatever. The only way we can do compound is if you're like, no, I need a lower dose or a custom dosing pattern, which we do. We treat people individually. But B12, some people will swear by them for energy. I have never taken B12 injections. I do take a daily B mix. Janice! I'm waving to Janice. I do take a B12 supplement daily because my diet quality isn't the best yet. So especially I have some funky nerve pain, so I take some magnesium and then I just make sure that my B vitamins are kind of topped off. But I also take AG1, which has it in it. So um, for energy purposes, for strictly energy, I take NAD. Yeah. So and that'll happen. Kathy said my B12 levels skyrocketed with supplements. Now it can be pretty high. It's a water soluble vitamin, so you pee it out, and which is okay, but it can be neurotoxic and it can give you tingles and not the good kind of tingles, like nerve toxic. So now vitamin D, on the other hand, A, D, E, and K are fat soluble vitamins. Those are not peed out as readily. So you've got to be really careful if you're going to supplement with vitamin D. Now, most of us, the range for normal, most of us are on the low end, right? I just had a friend send me her labs today and say, can you take a look at these? They were 45 pages long. I did though. She's one of my best friends. Is there a way to find out your B12 levels? Yes, you can get it tested. And the funny part is, I don't know if any of our panels have B12 in them. Please hold. And yes, I did put them together. But once things are out of my head, that is not my company name anymore. That's hilarious. I did activemedsolutions.com. I've had this company for a long time. But we just went into the lifestyle faction of things. So yes, definitely. If you DM'd me, I was out of town for 4 days, watching my husband do a 70.3 in Waco, Texas. If anybody lives in Waco, I'm sorry. All right. Let's see. Men's comprehensive panel. I actually think I want to get the men's comprehensive panel. That's kind of funny. I think B12 is separate. I think we have to order it separate. And we can. It's easy. We can give you lab orders. Like if you're our patient, we can give you lab orders for whatever you want. Oh, no, B12 is in my women's hormone panel. Okay. That's why I have a really good nurse practitioner who does the hormone work and stuff. So she measures B12. This has, if you go to amslifestylemed.com, click on, why did I not order this one? That was dumb. Anyway, I just reordered my monthly. Shit, I need this. Sorry, that was my alarm going off. I should have done this one. I'll do it next month. Yes. So you can either get it at like your, sometimes insurance covers it. Sometimes it doesn't. My insurance doesn't cover much of anything, and I have an 11K deductible, so it doesn't really matter. But you can go to amslifestylemed.com, and I didn't do all 45 pages, but I did a lot of it. I did tell her, like, there's a lot of stuff on here that I don't know. And that's why I have the nurse practitioner. That's why Kelly does this work for me, because I'm not that. She's super good with like the functional med stuff. I'm good with, I can save your life. The rest is gravy. I'm very good with GLP-1s. I'm good with vitamins. I'm good, like, but you get into the DP hormone stuff. That's not my forte. I can do a little bit of HRT, but not much. B12 is usually used for energy. So your B vitamins are present in animal proteins. So especially if you're a vegan or vegetarian and you're not eating things like brewer's yeast or things with algae, think of them like little animals, sort of. You need B12. Yeah, Susan, it is like a long run with me. Yeah, so I used to give myself injections once a month and did blood work as well. So yeah, absolutely. So yes, I do know. Jennifer Lynn asked about the MTHFR gene mutation and B vitamins. So that was my favorite gene mutation in med school. Why? We all know why. We all know I like to swear. But yes, so some of our compounding, we only use a couple of compounding pharmacies now, because again, it's hard, and they got a little weird for a while. And so yes, so we've had people where they couldn't get from one, they have to go from certain pharmacies because of the methylation in the B12. Now, if you're on brand medication, there's no additives in it as far as vitamins. It's like literally Zepbound. And people will ask, do you, sorry, I laughed out loud. Do you prescribe brand name? Yeah. Yeah. We're a full-on medical practice. I'm not out here to have you pay extra money because I want to up the fees. So, if you can get tirzepatide for $300, because now I wish I had compounded when I started. I did not need 2.5 milligrams. That's part of the reason why my weight loss was way too fast in the beginning. I did not need 2.5 milligrams. It would have been great to start at 1.5 or 2 and go up much, much. I mean, I still went up very slowly, but that's why we start people at 2 now. All right. Did you not use the methylated vitamins if you don't have the mutation? I don't know I can rephrase. Brain is foggy. Brain is very foggy. Honest here. Life is good. Speaking of which, I have been so foggy. I started estrogen. Does anybody know if the fog is the estrogen? So yeah, anyone, like, if you don't have the MTHFR gene mutation, you can take any B vitamins are fine. By the way, not medical advice. Nothing here is medical advice. We are shooting the shit on the internet. Okay. Just education. Oh, yes. Yes, it is. It is okay. It is okay to use methylated vitamins if you don't have the mutation. They can't do that part. How do you find out if you have a mutation? You're usually tested early. Yeah. I mean, but it's usually very, very early. So you're good. You're good. Was that yes about the estrogen? Because I am not super keen on the brain fog if this is what it's going to be. Because I mean, I get it. I'll do it if need be. But I also might be doing instead of putting the patch on twice a week, it might be once a week. Because, oh shit, Sue. Sue says yes. That's not amazing. I'll be eating blueberries. If blueberries help brain fog, literally. So let me tell you about my Monday. First cup of coffee was made without a cup. Then I did something else that was really stupid. I can't remember. And I was like, wow, this is bad. Like, serious case of the Mondays. And I just started estrogen a week ago. I'm like, ugh. I don't like brain fog. Now that I don't, overeat a lot. I can't say the word. Binge. It's like bingo. We could call it bingo. That would be fun. I used to be a bingo eater. I still am. Why does estrogen? I don't know. Moonbeam, if this is it. but I have MSH6 mutation Lynch syndrome. I've been recommended a complete hysterectomy. I don't know what that is, but please hold because guess what? I rewired my damn internet yesterday and I'm not kidding. My husband and I did it ourselves and I have the best friggin' internet, no lag, no nothing. I am hardwired into the wall. All right, Lynch syndrome. Oh, wait. No, I know somebody with Lynch syndrome. Is it the one with the bunch of cancers? Yes. I'm like, no, I know this. Shit, I am so sorry. Susan, what do you take for your brain fog? Because I mean, I got it. I'm thinking of staying on the estrogen for cardioprotective and other shit, but I don't like it. I don't know. Yeah, I love that. I am totally using the I don't have little soldiers to tell my body to shut down cancer genes. Yes, I just bought really good looking blueberries. Maybe I'll buy some more from Costco. I have to Instacart from Costco today because I have literally 2 protein shakes left downstairs. And Lord knows in this house, my kid is like, "I really want some more banana ones. Can we please get the banana ones?" Yes, we can get the banana ones. So, let's see. Ranger Rob is here. So, yes, it's definitely a party. This is the party. All right, we have 89 people on TikTok, guys. Ask me questions. Come on. Finally got my people back on TikTok. You know how long it's taken me to get you guys back? So I used to have a whole shit ton of people on TikTok and I screwed up and I started talking to doctors and none of them listened anyway because you all know we're a pain in the ass. And I lost all my people. So I'm like, screw that noise. We're going back to the people I have fun with. Do we figure out? No, I don't know. Does anybody know why estrogen causes brain fog? I'm about to Google this shit. I do know why it causes blood clots though, because that's what actually came up. That's why I'm doing the patch and not oral, because it's first passed through your liver. Fluctuations. What? Oh, it says when it goes low. Maybe the estrogen isn't kicking up yet, and it's just perimenopause or something. I don't know. I don't have uterus, so I have no idea. Oh. It's all estrogen loss. I might be just dreaming this shit up. Or maybe it's I spent the weekend in Waco and it's a shithole. Okay. Yeah, the no mug. It's even funnier when you put the mug upside down and it goes all over. So at least this one just went into the tray. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. All right. So it might not be the estrogen. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, do me a favor. Send me the picture of the bottle. Let's see. I do take phosphatidylserine. It's a nootropic. One of my favorite words there. Oh, speaking of which, I got to get a hold of Raw Endurance Nutrition because I want to partner with them. They have great ingredients in their stuff. Yeah, seriously. Have you ever been there? It's the second time I've been in Waco. I did the race last time, so I was kind of preoccupied. And we stayed at the hotel venue last time. So I literally went from like downtown, cute little Waco, sort of ish, not really, but cute there. This time we stayed at a VRBO and it was in a neighborhood that was like, not ideal. So, anyhow, we could blame it on Waco. It's like Juneau. We went on an Alaskan cruise. Oh, yes, I'm still here for a little bit. That's a good question right there. 20 pounds away from maintenance. My dose is at 1.5. Nice. Well, that's 105 pounds on it. Good job. Yeah, I stayed on 2.5 for like 4 months. That's all we had back in the day. So now, which brings me into Ranger Rob's question because this is important. And yes, I still call you Ranger Rob to your face. I can't help it. What's the best way to keep the weight off? So many people will ask me, if I do the same things without the medication, am I going to gain weight? And for the vast majority of people, the answer is yes. Now, why? Because biology is biology. This is not a drug that increases your willpower. This is a drug that works with your biology. So if you're on a GLP-1 and you're at your goal weight or close to it, first of all, that last 10 pounds takes forever to come off. Or it did for me. I should not put this out there like it's gospel. It took a long time for me. Like inching down. And I weigh myself every day so I can keep track. It took a long time. So, oh, super cool on your meds, Linda. Um, yeah, I'm just going to take some, I might increase, maybe I'll do my NAD every day. That might be an idea. I don't want to poke myself every day, but I might. It'll probably help the brain fog. 60 pounds since Christmas. Is that too slow? First of all, my first instinct is no, but I have to do the math. I mean, think about it. If it's in a year, it's 5 pounds a month. So no, it's not too slow. Um, I do have people will say I lost 6 pounds since Christmas and they say, is that too slow? And I'll say yes. Because like, oh, it should never be that like it's always slow weight loss. No, it's not. Because you know what? When you're that desperate and you can't stand living in your skin, living in your head, the fucking ticker tape of doom going across the bottom of your mental screen, you know what? Sometimes fast weight loss is worth it. And I might get kicked off for that, but I'm still going to say it. Yeah, right? So, this is I mean, granted, and that's just it because I still will reach to food for solace. I don't eat as much and it doesn't do as much damage to my metabolism when I do it. But I'll tell you, when you are desperate and you're just, I mean, literally, people do not understand what that feels like to work so hard and have no progress. And I'm talking for decades. I did Ironmans. I mean, marathons, Ironman. So when my doctor told me eat less and move more, he almost got a stethoscope shoved where the sun don't shine. Because I know that if I could do it, and people say, well, and so here's a funny thing about ChatGPT, because I gotta shift some of my diet quality stuff again. Unstable connection. Oh, that's on Wi-Fi. Sorry. I almost yelled at my phone. Let me know if I need to switch to cellular for my phone. I'm on Wi-Fi. So that's for you guys on TikTok. Oh, what was that about? Hold on. It was a good story too. Eat less, move more. Oh, changing my food quality. So I'm really working on cardiovascular health, making my endothelium, which is the inside of my blood vessels, happy. And so I'm working on dietary changes to kind of shift me more toward a Mediterranean diet. I'm going to add in omega-3s, can't take big capsules. On tirzepatide, it makes me feel like sometimes I don't, my smooth muscle doesn't work super well, which makes sense with tirzepatide, right? Anyhow. And so I'm looking at, dietary changes to that. So I get on ChatGPT and we start talking about my bingo eating. I'm so using that. And he starts like, figure out what's driving the cravings. Do you know what's driving the cravings? Really deep neurologic grooves that have been there since birth. Okay. And if they haven't been there for you with birth, this is not a contest and you still deserve help. Okay. And so I literally told my ChatGPT, whose name is Sam, I said, Sam, don't you dare bullshit me with this therapy. Been there, done that, didn't help. I need actual help. I need systems to help my food intake. And he's like, okay, let's do this. Because, he's the yes man. So anyhow, we were working on systems, true systems. And one thing he said, when you get a craving, eat protein and salt. And I was like, okay, I can do chicken and salt. That's pretty good. I can handle that. And like things like that, but they have to be tasty because that's what I'm going for. But it can't be like, so 6 months to a year to lose the last 10. It took me like 4 or 5 months. It was a pain in the ass. All right, let's make sure I hit these TikTok questions. Got lots of active people over here. Zepbound 2.5 first week. Oh, love it. That excites me. Your new life is right here. Second shots tomorrow. Is everything okay? 5, 6. Yeah. Is everything okay? Well, I mean, I guess that's my question. Now, vomiting is never an acceptable side effect. I'll tell you what I tell my patients, even though this is not medical advice. Yes, Sam is lying. Exactly. Yeah, this is not medical advice for sure. I lost 15 pounds the first month, guys. And TikTok might kick me off. We'll see. Because I was, number one, extremely inflamed. I was eating everything that was not nailed down. Like I had just come off an Ironman. like 8 weeks before, and I was out of control. It had topped my cortisol. I mean, it's just everything. And then once that flywheel gets going, you guys know what inertia is real. Once it gets going, man, I'm like rolling down that hill. It's a big friggin' snowball by that point. Um, and I know Kim said something on homeschooling is fantastic. Um, at home Pilates, yes, and Linda's rocking the Pilates. Um, why does it make sense that your smooth muscle wouldn't work as well? It slows your GI transit time. Disney mom, hold on, Disney mom, you are my people. It slows your GI tract, right? So, and I've seen it anecdotally. I haven't seen any studies on it. I actually had a scope done, right? Because you have to make sure it's nothing crazy in there. Because it slows your guts down. And I know it's since tirzepatide, or maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe it's just I developed it over the last 3 years and my esophageal motility is crap. I don't know. All I know is when I take capsules, heavy, like big capsules, I used to have no problem. It feels like it's just not going anywhere, and then I get a lot more heartburn and stuff like that. So I'm attributing it to that. Again, that's definitely not a medical opinion. That is shit I find on the internet. If you have medical concerns and you're my patient, though, text the team, please, because that's what they're there for. Let's see. Yes, I will definitely. Cortisol labs. I don't know that on the cortisol. I can't answer because I feel like your cortisol is supposed to fluctuate, right? It's kind of like your hormones. I was talking to somebody about getting hormone testing done, and I was like, what am I going to do this every week to determine if I'm in menopause? Like, I have no idea. So there's no, unless, I mean, because I can feel when I ovulate. Not that you guys need to know this, but TMI. But like, what am I going to do? Labs like every month, like right after? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just too much. I don't have EOE. That's what I was wondering because that's what I thought it was. No, everything came back normal, which is great because I thought I had the big C. So I was super stressed out for a while. Blaming on my thyroidectomy. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Right. Like I was terrified for a while. I thought I had trouble swallowing and I thought it was something scary. By the time, or EOE, anything. I thought eosinophilic esophagitis. My eyes switching trying to say that. That's hilarious. But yeah, I don't have anything. I had nothing. He said I had a stricture. I think he kind of embellished just a little bit just to make me happy. No, I don't think it will. And if it does, like, so I just manage it, right? So so this is a good risk benefit discussion. Everything we have or that we run into, we have to manage, right? So I don't do big capsules anymore. There are some people who never can. So now I do my creatine in powder form. I put it with my AG1 in the morning. I'm buying omega-3 liquid, and I say I'm buying it like it's this big thing, but it is a big thing because I actually bought one and canceled it from Amazon because it has erythritol in it, and that's a hard no for me because it causes platelet dysfunction. So I don't do sugar alcohols anymore. I used to do a ton of them. I threw out a shit ton of Quest food, which was really making me angry last week. So no, it shouldn't. And if it does make it worse, right? It's like, is it something you can manage? Or like, I don't like food doesn't get stuck. It's just some days it's worse than others. I mean, today is Tirzepatide Tuesday, which means I was nauseated, but I'm still really hungry today, which is different for me. I don't like that. And I know. So that's one of the things I'm hearing people yell at me. You should still have an appetite on Tirzepatide. Yes, I know. I know. It's what I do for a living. However, I do appreciate sometimes where I don't have the incessant food noise. So there's a difference between appetite, cravings, and food noise. If you have to ask what the difference is, kudos. I'm jealous. And I'm not jealous of a lot of things. Well, I shouldn't even say that because I'm not jealous. Because if I didn't understand and was able to articulate what it's like trying to figure out, is this a craving? Is this actual hunger or is it friggin' food noise? I love that, Drucifer. First of all, I love your name. Going into eggnog season, gonna have to up my dose. You know what that is for me? It's Cadbury mini egg season. Whew, that's rough. If I let it get out of hand, it takes me a good 8 weeks to recover from that. So it's tough. But again, I get it. Should it be a just complete no? It should be. I'm not there yet. So again, there's food noise and then there's true hunger. And sometimes it's depletion where you're like, "Oh, I just do not I'm low. I need some sustenance, which is good." So Susan asked, "Please expound on food noise." So craving is very different than food noise. I actually talk about food noise a lot in my book because it's not I realized in the writing of the book, interestingly enough, it's not just food noise. It's also that hypercritical voice. It's the voice of, should I eat this? So think about when you're watching a sporting event and the ticker tapes on the bottom of ESPN, right? What did I eat for lunch? Did I record my lunch? Do I have my lunch? Did I weigh myself today? Should I eat this? Should I not eat this? What diet can I start on Monday? Because I feel like crap and I'm so tired of feeling like crap. And I can't believe I can't do this. I can do so many big things, but I can't do this. And it starts rolling into this hypercritical voice, which I didn't even realize I had I knew I had internalized hypercritical. Don't get me wrong. But I didn't realize it was the same voice as the food noise. And so the interesting thing about tirzepatide, which is why, I obviously don't need to lose any more weight. I'm trying to put on some muscle. Oh, I don't like the word try. I don't use that. I am changing my diet and reverse dieting to start putting on some muscle. That food noise is just this incessant chatter about shit. And when I took tirzepatide for the first time, about 6 hours later, it was bizarre because my brain was quiet. And I didn't know I didn't hear it called food noise before that, but I certainly call it that after. Because my book is not out yet. My book is out. I'll give you the info in 1 second because I didn't realize I spent my whole life listening to that shit. Like all the time. And now it's like, oh, holy shit. I can think, I can dream, I can build, I can create, I can do this sort of with a train of thought. That, leaves a lot to be desired. But the book is coming out. My book is called Freedom to Shift. It is coming out in November. It's made for overloaded high achievers. It's, the through line is health because you can't do anything without bandwidth. And I couldn't. Think about this, guys. I got through 7 Ironmans well. I say well, finished. Finished and healthy, relatively healthy. And a bunch of marathons, raising a kid, married, working full time, loving life. Yeah, shiftwithdrmo.com will get you to the book launch team. Let's do that. I like that. That's way better. Why don't I just do that all the time? Because I'm not smart enough, Linda. Thank you. Because now I have the ability to just live and it's not about balance. It's integration. Balance is bullshit. So people talk about, I need work-life balance. No, you need a job you don't fucking hate. How about that? You need a life you don't hate. Do I feel a difference with injection sites? Yes. I have done my abdomen for every shot but one. I did the back of my arm once, a long time ago. I had diarrhea all week and no appetite suppression, no food noise change, and I was pissed. Liquid gold, man. Never did it again. I don't do my thigh because it creeps me out. No other reason. So I always do my abdomen. Ice cream doesn't call me anymore from the fridge. Is that not the most amazing thing ever? The ice cream calls me sometimes now. We have comments. Jackson! Good to see you. Jackson's from Join Fridays, another telehealth company. So we hang out. Letty's here. That's good. Awesome. We got a few people on Instagram. Got lots of people on the TikTok. I am so excited that I have this many people on TikTok. I'm so excited. Like, I think we're coming back. I screwed my stuff up. So yeah, so okay, tell me what questions you guys have. I'm trying to make sure that thanks. Got a fan club. And I do that on YouTube. So hold on, let's see if it'll give me some um it should give me some, come on, give me some reactions. All right, there we go. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see if we can do it. It should do it. There we go. On YouTube and on Instagram, um, we have some fireworks. I got a hat on TikTok. I had to do something. So we fixed it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So what time next meeting? So if you're a patient, hold on. We'll do the happy hour talk first. Hold on, because we do monthly happy hour. Happy hours this week, isn't it? Hold on. Let's look. So if you're a patient, the next happy hour is 6 p.m. Central on Thursday, the 9th, 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you forget where to find that, just text the team, or you can DM me. It just dawned on me that I don't know if the team knows when the next one is. This is me not being clear. I have 3 values in my life and company, mostly in the company: clarity, consistency, and care. And that's not super clear. Damn. All right. Looks like I got to figure that out. You know what, Tracy Jean? There used to be this whole thing on Reddit in the beginning. So Tracy Jean asked, for those of you on Instagram and YouTube, if you inject farther away from the belly button, would it matter? There were people that were like just picking a subcutaneous spot with adipose tissue, and I'll never forget. They had diagrams, and they called one of them butt crack north. It was hilarious. So like left butt crack north. So they were injecting up here like gluteal sites. I mean, I got plenty of adipose going on there. Which ain't pretty. Not enough gluteus maximus, let me tell you. So it does not change across populations, but it does change within the individual. So if you look at cross populational studies, they can't say like the arm works better for this or, but in the individual, it has been shown to affect. Now, does it make sense? Nope. Makes no scientific or medical sense at all. It's subcutaneous. It should be the same. So, Mark, how are you? I am here. hanging out. I'm going to push off my 3:00 meeting to probably 3:30. So I'll be here for a little bit. TikTok hasn't given me the thing to do the little puzzle. So I know I didn't hit an hour yet. It'll tell me in a second, I think. But what other questions you guys have about health? Do I think it could be dangerous to inject in the back end? Difficult, yes. That's why I don't do my arm. I can't do that. I did it once when it was the pens, but it was just weird. I didn't like it. Dangerous, not medical advice, but I don't think so. Anywhere subcutaneous, you got to worry about, like, you just have to worry about where you got the job. Some of my close medical provider friends are prescribing retatrutide, and I want to try it really badly. I'm like, could they please just approve it already? I will buy that shit. Come on. But I need it approved. 5 weeks, 2.5 going up. Any supplements to help fatigue? Yes, apples. I say this because I have brain fog right now. I am tired this week. So maybe we're just going to blame it on Waco. Yes, NAD to help with the fatigue. For right now, I'm going to increase my NAD to every day. I do injectable NAD. I don't know what the frig's up with my brain fog. So we're going to go with it. Oh, sorry. Okay. Letty, I didn't see. Yes. Considering NAD. Yes. That's so 2 things that I wish I would have started. I didn't have a lot of fatigue, partly because I had all this brain bandwidth that I was like, I'm not doing like science at this point. I was actually saying two things I would have done. Anyway, sorry. I can't stand that shit. Sorry. Totally gonna get myself in trouble over here. 2 things I would have started with tirzepatide when I first started. I would have started Sermorelin, because I'm telling you, the Einstein eyebrows were back again yesterday. My hair grows too fast. I got to shave my legs. For hair loss, I'm like, Sermorelin. Boom, done. Protein, don't lose weight too fast. Sermorelin, as long as you don't have a history of cancer. But again, when we prescribe it, when we do the medical care part, that shit's there, not here. This is shooting the shit on the internet. But NAD for energy. When people have brain fog, now I say apples and I kind of joke. Um, when I get super depleted, like the other day, I was watching my husband at 70.3 and it was warm and I was sweating and I was low on calories, low on electrolyte. I was just low. The food trucks were all out of food, and Einstein here did not the eyebrow kind, the sarcastic kind, did not plan well enough and put snacks in there. So the only thing left in the food trucks were chicken wings, which I don't have any problem with. Like, no problem with. I'm from Buffalo. They were actually good wings, and they had blue cheese, of course. So, because that's a no-go. But that literally that was the only food in the food trucks that they had left. I was like, all right, this is silly, but okay. But yes, I'm going to start taking my NAD, going into the dark world. I know. Any kind of apples, a couple of apple slices will perk up. So it does two things. It perks up your brain because your brain runs primarily on glucose. It provides some slower. Oh, hold on. Oh, never mind. That was me. I was like, oh, did I get a troll on YouTube? I did not. But just a couple bites of fruit for me will bump up. The kombucha helps because a little bit of glucose, right? It's about as much calorie wise as an apple, give or take. But I mean, I literally take a couple of apple slices, handful of apple slices, and it just makes my brain go, oh, we've got glucose. We got this. So, all righty. How are you? All right. See, blueberries will cure it all. Seriously. Maybe I'll buy more apples. Jesus, from blueberries from Costco. My husband's going to be like, why do we need 14 pounds of blueberries? I don't know. Everybody told me it would be helpful. I do like blueberries, except, when you get the ones that taste like dirt and don't make you trust anything ever again. Yeah, those. So, all right. I got a couple more minutes. Let's get some questions. Oh, cool thing. I'm going to get this up today or tomorrow. My goal was today. But I am like, Semarelin does help with sleep, by the way. Don't let me forget what I was going to say. You can come on in. I'm doing a live. Hi. Bye. That was a no. Yes, Semarelin helps with sleep. I take it 5 nights a week because you're supposed to take 2 nights off because I wanted to get off of the oral supplement that I've taken for 9 years. Can't do math. And because it had valerian root in it. I was kind of done with, I just didn't want to do that. Semarelin, how much is it? It's a damn good question. Please hold. I don't know. Linda, do you remember? Hold on. Let me look. Please hold. I'll tell you. Where's my Semarelin is holding. Semarelin $250 for 9 milligrams. I take 30 micrograms a day. Someone's going to have to do math. But remember, you're only supposed to inject this 28 days. Okay? Pick up what I'm throwing down here. Be sterile, be careful, right? I'm sorry, I almost said something super inappropriate. Right? There is math on this test. I'm just not doing it. That's a ChatGPT math question. Ready? This is what I do. If I have 9 milligrams of Semarelin and I take, you got to make sure they don't hallucinate though, 30 micrograms a day, how long will it last? Oh, 5 days a week. Hold on. 5 days a week. How long will it last? Let's calculate it. I don't need to show my work. This is not a test, guys. That's a lot. Is it really 9? Well, I also take a really low dose. It's not 30. I take 300. Sorry, it's 300 micrograms. Hold on. I'm like, that's math. That math is not right. It's 0.3. Yes. Okay. So it's about 6 weeks. There we go. That's better. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Always make sure your math makes sense. So yes, so it's $250 for 6 weeks. So not inexpensive, but I wish I would have had it to not lose all my fucking hair and to sleep. And again, part of it too is I'm 51 years old. I do not want to lose muscle. My FTP on the bike is abysmal. So, hi Sue, you're back. I can't afford to lose strength. So I've got to both put in the training, make sure I'm getting my protein, work on the micronutrients, work on the cellular structure, which would be like omega 3s, that kind of thing, work on my endothelium. Like I got shit to do. So it is same. It's the same tesamorelin, ipamorelin. It's the same shit, except we use less tesamorelin because semarelin works more with your body's circadian rhythm and the way it actually works with your hypothalamic it's a really, I always say this, but it's your hypothalamic pituitary axis. It is in your gut too, because your adrenals kick in and do their thing. All right, I'm just taking a look on Instagram, YouTube. Any more questions? But yeah, it's all the same. So tesamorelin, ipamorelin, and which we do CJC and ipamorelin together. And then we will prescribe. I think we prescribe tesamorelin. Now we took it off because it's not really. The next thing I'm starting though is low dose naltrexone because I'm still battling the food noise some days, and I just want a little bit more clarity. Lots of people are doing glutathione now because of the whole Tylenol bullshit. So yes, I do like taking the NAD. Yeah, I'm going to, and I'm glad we had I'm glad we had this talk because I'm going to bump it up to every day for right now. I look pretty fit. Aging is a force of nature. It is, but there are good agers, and there are some people who literally just like stop improving at age 40 or 50 and then decline. Well, I want to live well past 100. That's my goal. And it's always been my goal. Even before all this longevity shit, I wanted to live to 120. But I want to be a good 120, right? I don't, And so watching people I love decline was hard for me. I want to continue to get better. And I said this on a podcast earlier today that if we're not getting better, we're getting worse. So we really need to take that into account. So, it gets kind of expensive for sure. I know, right? Though I want to be one of those people that are the old ladies who are like, I know I am an old lady, whatever. But they're like rocking it, like they're like 80 and lifting shit. Like that's what I want, you know? But thank you. I am pretty fit. I don't want to be pretty fit. It's like being fine. There's a difference though. There's happy, not satisfied. I am very proud of where I am, very proud of what I've done. But again, if I'm not getting better, I'm getting worse. So I want to keep investing in that, just like I'm investing in my retirement fund, which I don't ever want to retire either. So whatever. I don't know. It's a relevance fund. We're going to call it a relevance fund. And like cool thing, my FTP went up, or not FTP. My VO2 max went up like 0.3 so far because I'm actively working on that. Right. I want my cardiovascular system to, again, we build. And one of the things is I'd like to prove that if you fuck up your GLP-1 weight loss, you can get it back. Because I did lose some stuff, Peptides are definitely getting more mainstream. I was not doing them at all. Yeah, needing a triple bypass, that's a rude awakening. Mine was I have a cardiovascular lesion at my LAD at the Widowmaker spot. That was enough. And now I say that, but I still have weeks where I am like off the rails. Let's go to Target and raid the candy aisle. And I do. So again, it's as my son always parrots back to me, the dose is the poison. I want to get back to, again, just better and better, better and better, better and better. I'm not going for perfection because when I go off the rails, I go off the rails. I mean, I get run. It's not I fell off the wagon. I get run over by the wagon twice. For sure. Yeah. Well, but still, I mean, again, that needing the triple bypass didn't start at 72. It started It started with that 20% lesion, right? That's just how these things go. So, yeah. And I was out, well, I shouldn't say I was always active. I took a good 10 years and didn't work out a damn bit. Um, it was a little, I played hockey for a little bit in there. So I guess I mean, a couple days a week. Yeah. And that's my goal, Sue. I want to so I want that lesion. So it was a mixed plaque. So it sits in your blood vessel, right? It was 20%. So if your blood vessels like this big, it was 20%. It was a fifth of that. And I know it was bigger before because my cholesterol was much higher. And I'm on meds for that too. But the problem was it wasn't an old calcified plaque. Because we're like, oh, you're an endurance athlete. You have more calcium. No, this was a mixed plaque where my blood vessel wall got pissed off because it was inflamed and shit sticks on there and stays. And then your body puts a scar over the top of it. You want a nasty ass, crusty scar. My goal is 10% or less, and I want it crusty. I don't want anything new in there. Because if it's making deposits, it means that it's still pissed off. That's what we don't want. Yeah. And that's, again, makes me make changes, but I do have to find an omega-3 that doesn't taste like fish and doesn't have erythritol. I bought one, the one I bought, and I canceled the order from Amazon. It was like key lime pie flavor. I had good ideas for that. So I think I'm going to buy some, it sounds good, because I was going to put Greek yogurt with casein, and sprinkle some graham cracker Catalina Crunch on top for key lime pie. Make me think of my grandpa. So Trader Joe's. Oh, it's a good point. I can't do flaxseed. Listen to this one. I can't do flaxseed ever since I got pregnant. I cannot handle it. The taste, even thinking about it, it's hilarious. My kid's 12. Oh shit. Sue said, so for those of you who are like, what do we go shitting over here? Sue said she found out when she was in the hospital with RSV and went into AFib that she needed a triple bypass. That's a hell of a day. Dude, I came in here with a cough, man. What the hell? What the hell just happened? But again, that's what happens. So, okay, it is 3:28. I have to go. I know, right? Oh, life just took a left. I used to tell people that in the ER all the time. They'd come in and but I never, this is my favorite, but I never get sick. I'm like, well, nobody gets sick until they get sick. That's why it's hard selling preventative medicine. That's why with the peptides and stuff, I can't sell prevention. I have to sell a must. And yes, I am selling something. Even if I'm not selling you a drug, I'm selling you on my information. Because if I want you to listen to me, which I do, because I want your life to be better, probably more than you do, because I'm fanatical, I have to show you and showing you what's coming. Again, when I'm eating a whole thing of Hershey's Kisses, I don't give a shit what my endothelium looks like. Right? So you got to stay on. It's hard. You've got to remind yourself, no, what's the why? What's the big why? And I figured out this weekend, I'll end on this, that my mission is to create safe spaces for people to be and grow. Safe spaces where you have a voice. You're welcome, Letty. Oh shit. Susan said, I thought I was having a bad heart. Not this Susan, other Susan. I thought I was having bad heartburn. I was a heart attack and needed triple bypass. Yeah, it ain't heartburn. But for sure. Yes, I am. We are a nationwide practice. I am here every Tuesday that I'm not out of town. I do change it sometimes, but I'll let you know. I'm going to move this on my calendar because I just totally ditched my appointment at 3. It's okay. She'll move. But I'm here on Tuesdays at 2 Central. If you're a patient of ours, we're at amslifestylemed.com. If you just want to stay in the loop with me, go to that site and sign up for the newsletter. That link is going to become hey, I don't know if I need medical care, but I just want to hang out with you. That link's going to be that shortly. I say that shortly, like in the next. Yeah. So if you want treatment, we can treat you here in California. We don't do primary care. We do lifestyle medicine. What that means is your primary care doctor can get you to a grade of a C. I'm an A+ kind of gal. I don't go for perfection necessarily, but we work toward it. Hold on. Somebody said fishy things. Just ingredients. Hold on. Is that just ingredients omega? Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. But I can't do capsules. I'm going to see if it comes in liquid. I can't do big fishy oil capsules. They kind of get stuck, which sucks. But I'm gonna look and see. Okay, because I tried Nordic Naturals and that was okay, but they don't offer non-capsules. Oh, it's Prime Day. Okay, let's go shopping. All right. Trent, what's up, Doc? I love Bugs Bunny. This is my random thought of the day. Aw, thank you. Thank you. Well, that's you know what? This is why I do what I do. I got blown off by my doctor, and I picked him because I thought he'd be a hard ass dude. He was not. Eat less, move more, and do you belong to a church? Well, I've been in 12-step groups for 20 years. I know I'm supposed to eat less. And how much more would you like me to move? I just did 2/3 of an Ironman. How about you? Kiss my ass. Anyway, it's all right. So I can't. I'll look at the gel tab. I'll see on the sizes and stuff. I'm probably just gonna go with liquid, and I could probably put it. I started making my smoothies, so I could probably put it in my smoothie in the morning again. But my Spango smoothie. Here, want to hear something super silly? Um, why 2/3? Oh, because my bike wasn't strong enough. I was 55 pounds heavier then, and I did not have the strength. The watts to kg ratio was not pretty. Let's just say it was very windy that day. And I was not strong enough on the bike. The funny thing was, I had a foot injury, and I thought I'm never going to be able to run on this foot. Um, I had it injected, cortisone, all this other shit. I didn't get the chance. I got pulled off the bike at mile 80 because I wasn't going to make it, which sucks. Oh, thank you, Sue. Much appreciated. Feel free to like and share with your friends. Sign up for the newsletter. Once you sign up for the newsletter, that's going to get you, it'll get me in your inbox. I'm going to try to give as much value there as I can. That's going to be this week and next week. I'm bumping up some stuff. We're going to send out some more emails, do lots of fun stuff. And if you are a patient, I'm setting up a link. Keep an eye out for this because I'm going to, now when I say if you are a patient, if you have ever paid me money, you are stuck in the AMS family. It's like my family of origins, Hotel California, man. This is how we roll. You're going to get annoying emails from me. I'm really sorry, but not. Because if you send me your transformation, you're like, this is what AMS did for me. I'll send you guys the link. I'll announce it next time because I'll have it by next week. We're going to do, I'm going to order some stuff. We're going to have swag bags like these, like you get a hat. I'm going to order some blender bottles, like that blender bottle up there. That's from Dan Martell. I probably won't do the metal ones. I don't like them as much. But I don't like plastics either. We'll figure it out. But we're going to do cool swag bags. I'm going to get AMS journals. You can't see this super well, but they're embossed journals, moleskin journals. So we're going to do cool swag bags. We're going to do monthly giveaway. So if you've ever been a patient, if you ordered NAD from me one time, gave me $190. I think that's what it costs now. You're eligible. So it's pretty cool. Anyhow. So thank you, Sue, so much. Keep rocking and rolling. I love that. Rock and roll never forgets. I will see you guys next week. I'm going to go actually do my damn job. This is part of my job, but this is a fun part. All right, guys, I'll see you next week. If you're a patient, don't forget happy hours Thursday, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. And we will see you next time on the TikTok. And we are heading out of, now TikTok's playing me some music. Heading out of YouTube and Instagram. Thank you guys for hanging out. And